Welcome to this tutorial on how to use Google Meet. This is updated from the March version that I did. There was some changes that have happened in recent months, and so this is updated as of August of 2018. Keep in mind, one of the things that we're going to talk about covering Google is the fact that Google changes things. So if this video it has not been updated and it's been over 6 months, keep in mind things may have changed and probably will change. At the end of the video, I'm going to cover some of those changes, and the primary one being how the additional details, additional options that Google now gives us in Google Meet. And finally, I will also cover how to use the Hangouts video chat that is built into the chat client. The text-based chat client also gives you the option for an impromptu video. So we'll look at that. So with that, enjoy. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to me. Now we're going to look at how to do a Hangout, or what Google is now calling Google Meet. And when we created meeting invitations, if you remember, one of the options is add conferencing. And if you wanted to add a conference and do a Hangouts Meet, you would select that option and that would become part of your meeting. I've already created one for this, so I'm going to go ahead and discard that. Once you've created your meeting, then you're ready to do your Google Hangout. You can click on that appointment. And when you just one single click, you'll notice that right here you see Join Hangouts Meet. So you can click on that. That's going to open up a new tab in your browser, and it's going to take you to the Google Meet window. And so here you can join meeting. And now you're in the Google Hangout, and over here you see right now there's only one person, and you have a chat window here, which we'll talk about more. Down here is present now. You're able to show your screen. So if I hit present now, I could say my entire screen or a window, and I could just demonstrate something or show people what's going on. Here you have the more options. Anytime you see the 3 dots, what some people call the snowman, that's more options. So I can click on that. I can go to full screen. Settings are important. You want to be sure to select settings because this is where you identify your webcam. You do not have to have a webcam to do a Hangout. It's nice because it allows you to see each other. Default microphone. If you have more than one microphone, you can select here. You notice I've got several. And as well as speakers. I personally like using a headset. It's just more comfortable to me. You get better sound quality. That's my personal preference. Hit done. Over here you have mute microphone. This can be handy if someone comes into your office and you don't want the conversation to be overheard. You can mute. Here is turn off camera. If you don't have a camera for some reason, this is what they will see. Any profile picture that you've associated with your Google account. Turn the webcam back on. Over here, meeting details. This is the link that you can send someone. If you decide there's someone else you want to invite to this meeting, you can click the copy, join an info. Here is add someone by phone. This is a very nice feature because it allows you to connect with someone who does not have a microphone. I believe it would even work if you did not have a microphone, but you would need speakers or something to be able to use that. But this is a great feature. Now I think Rob is getting ready to come in, so you can see him now. Welcome, Rob.
Hello.
Hopefully take 2 is recording. You're not coming in focus yet. It's kind of interesting. That is one of the issues that we do see from time to time is the video quality will do some weird things. Earlier, this pulled into focus. I'm not sure when Rob's going to pull into focus. But the nice thing with Hangouts is I can select my speaker, and whoever talks can only be, only the speaker is shown on the screen, on my screen. Rob, do you remember how many people we can now have in the Google Meet?
I think it's like 25 to 30 in that range.
Something like that. We talked about the chat window earlier. Here's the chat window. We can send messages back and forth. If you're watching a presentation and you need to chat about it, yeah, and it pops up like that. We've got the present. Go ahead and present your screen, Rob, if you can. See if that clears up. It's kind of interesting how the audio or your video is not clearing up. And you see that, the person's presenting, you see the screen, you see our previous chat conversation about the first fail on recording this demo, but that's okay. And, you'll see the mouse movement and all of that good stuff. So, you know, even though I'm the one who started this, Rob can present, and now Rob has pulled into focus. So sometimes I think it's, the availability of the internet, that has a huge part to play in it. Sometimes, the quality of the webcam. I think, what are you using as a webcam?
I have a Logitech webcam, and I think it really just depends, like what you're saying, on the network. I'm on wireless,
Mm-hmm.
and so that might affect it. If you're connected to Ethernet, it may be better, but sometimes it's not even what we can control here. Sometimes it just is blurry or not.
Yeah, and it does get frustrating sometimes. That's where a lot of times, if I'm in a place where I know that my bandwidth is going to be tight, I just turn off the webcam and just have my picture show up. And that's also a great option because you're still having that communication piece. So, anything to add about Google Meet?
I would say the only thing just about that resolution, you can, in the settings, change if you want to go to a lower resolution, and that will normally make it a little bit better. But that's really just up to you. It's in the settings down the bottom right
Yeah,
hand side.
I'm actually showing those on top of your face right now. So, you see how I got in there. I went down to the snowman and settings, and you can make that change. So, yeah, it's a lot of times we can't control it. But I notice when you end a Google Meet, one of the prompts is, how was the audio and video? So please give feedback. Let them, know. So anyway, thank you, Rob. And as when Rob's done, he can just hit the handset and he's gone. So that is, you see that Rob left the meeting. So again, that's Google Hangouts. Okay, so hopefully you found the information in the first video helpful. Now I want to go over the things that have changed since that March video. One of those is the information that you now have in the when you're creating an appointment. So I'm going to go to next Monday. I'm going to select the time I want for an appointment, and I like to just hit more options, and I would give it a name. And I could add the conferencing here by just doing add conferencing, Hangouts, Meet, or when you add a guest, if I come here and I add training at apu.edu, as soon as you add a guest, it automatically adds the Hangout. Manage Details now has more information in it and more things that you can do with your conferencing. You have the URL or the address, web address, but now you have a phone number that the participant can dial in, and there's a PIN code for that layer of protection that they can use. So this is new as of this summer, so that was not in the original video. The other change is when I save this, and it'll send out the change. When I go to that appointment and I click on Join the Hangouts Meet, and I join my meeting, now here under Meeting Details, you also see that additional information that you can give to the individual, or you can copy the joining information and send it to them, whichever is easiest for you. The one feature that is still missing from Meet is the ability to just add someone directly. In the old version of this product, you had the ability to click the person with the plus sign and it would send out an email, that type of thing. Don't know if Google plans to add that, but that is one feature that I feel like is missing. The final thing I want to show you is how to do an impromptu chat with a video chat using Hangouts. And you get to this by hangouts.google.com. And when you select one, so if I wanted to have a video chat with training, I could select training. And here in the window, there is a video call icon. And when you click that, it sends a message to them saying that you want a video chat with them, and they have to accept. And what I'll show you here in just a moment what that looks like. When you get a video chat, someone's trying to chat with you, it pops like this, and you hear the sound. I don't know if I have on System Sounds recording or not, but then you can click answer or you could decline it. In this case, I'm going to decline it. It gives them a notification that you have declined it, and you may still hear the other computer trying to dial in. So that is how to do an easy impromptu video chat. So hopefully this has been helpful. Again, feel free to reach out to training@apu.edu or to myself if you have other questions.